Alright, so I just kind of want to go through a couple things that were in older CODs and they kind of took out in the crossplay CODs that I really would hope make a return. I don't think they will because it kind of increases the movement gap between keyboard and mouse and controller. Pretty nice. The first thing, and this actually is something that you can do on controller. I didn't think it was possible, but I went back and looked at some of the old 2019 CWL footage and I actually saw Simp doing this. And that is crouch jumping. So essentially, you jump, and then you hit your crouch jump, or your crouch button during the jump, and look here. So this is a normal jump, crouch jump. So you see how it kind of like your crosshair doesn't go as high, and this actually makes you smaller in the air. So for instance, here you jump up to this window, you actually can't get through this window unless you crouch. But if you crouch jump, you can just fit right through. So you can actually slide jump into a crouch jump, or so slide up to the window and then crouch jump through it, and bam, you're on the other side. The next thing is I hope they bring back the old kind of animation system. So this is a thing in kind of Black Ops 2. I didn't really play Black Ops 3, but it's in BO2 and BO4. So you actually can start your ADS around the corner, and then you see how I can like release ADS and tap it again? I can instantly be re-ADS'd. Essentially, the only time that you have to spend re-entering ADS is the amount of time that you spent exiting it. So I can actually mostly ADS, and then I can jump around the corner and I can be re-ADS'd, right? Whereas if I were to do this normally, see how slow that is? Versus here. So it lets you go from, say, holding this angle to, say, spacing this really well because you don't have to spend all the time to re-enter ADS. So it's a thing in BO2 and BO4, and it's really nice. Modern Warfare, you have to completely un-ADS before you re-ADS, and it just feels really bad, and it cuts off a lot of those spacing options. So like I can't sit here on this corner and then try and like push if I know I have a timing. The other thing that's also kind of affects too, and this is more of a KBM thing, so I don't think they're going to kind of bring that back, is kind of knocking your sensitivity back to the normal. So here, if I move the full width of my wrist, I can bring it to here, right? And so if I quickly tap on ADS, and I go through the full range of motion of my wrist, it kind of still goes there. You actually can sprint out of it. And so now I actually go over there. So it lets you kind of get back to your unscoped sensitivity, which lets you like pretty much just snap on a dime and feels really good. Just the whole animation system of only having to spend the amount of time that you spent to get out of it just feels really good. So specifically with that kind of sprint and re-ADS thing, that's actually extremely important in Black Ops 4 because that's how you space corners in this game. So I can be playing here on a corner, and then I can be pushed up on the corner. I can be pushed up on the corner, and then I can jump back on the corner. And a lot of the mind games will revolve around identifying, oh, he's left himself open, I can push now. So just a few things that I really hope that they kind of implement moving forward in Vanguard that older CODs used to have. All those movements that I mentioned, besides the slide ones, all of this stuff is in Black Ops 2. You can go back and you can play it, throw on decks if you need it, it's all there. So this has been in COD forever, and they only recently took it out because of, I'm guessing because of crossplay. I don't see why else they would change it because it was working so well, especially since they left in the strafe jump in Modern Warfare 19, and I don't really know why, especially since I took out this stuff. So like I can be ADS this window, and then I can push this just in an instant. This is part of what makes the Treyarch CODs feel so good and be so aggressive, because you can just push on a dime. So